Hello, Smite fans, and welcome to episode 12 of the Gank Right Lane podcast. This week, we're recapping week 5 of phase 1 of the SPL season. We're giving you our all league teams for phase 1 of season 10 of the SPL, and we're going to give you our predictions for the Path to Masters playoffs. How are you doing today, John?
I'm great, man. I've been looking forward to this episode for so long. I got my suit on, my balls shaved. We are ready to go.
Yep.
How are
Of
you
course, we
doing,
were going
man?
to do it last week, and then I got COVID. Yeah.
Hey, was that actually COVID?
I tested negative, but I tested negative last time until I tested positive, and I had all the same symptoms as I did last time.
Right.
So I'm assuming it was COVID, and the test I took was just one of the shitty Walmart ones. So,
Well, I'm glad you made it.
yep, I
Cool.
lived. Bitch. I probably
I
shouldn't say
saw
that
like
so early into the episode. That's probably bad for our monetization.
I wasn't plotting on your downfall. Monetization.
Yep. Talking like a
Man can
real
dream.
YouTuber now.
All right. That's what we need to start clickbaiting everything. We'll get there. We'll get there.
All of
eventually.
the clips we do, I'm gonna clickbait. Like the clip I released from our last episode.
What?
Yep,
Must have missed that. Where is it? Where'd it go?
it's on the channel.
Okay.
I also put it onto Reddit.
Reddit. Check it out. Find us on YouTube. YouTube. If you're watching, that's probably where you're at.
Yep, that's the only place we put it.
Yep. So find us on YouTube, baby.
We got to figure out like Apple Podcasts and stuff still.
No,
We're working on it, but we're
know.
too stupid and also too busy.
Right. I'm more on the stupid side, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not busy. All right. Anyway, what we've had 2 weeks off of SPL now.
Yep.
On weekend. I don't remember.
So it's been a couple weeks since these games. I don't remember most of what happened in any of them.
Right. I think I watched all of them. I would have to imagine, but I can't. I couldn't tell you what happened. Really, I mean, there weren't really any upsets, were there? Kings losing shouldn't be considered an upset at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. People had the Kings beating the Hounds for the most part, I think. The
Really?
Hounds came through.
Okay. Yeah, for that the last week. Yeah, but the Kings ended up 5-5.
Yep. So did
Ravens.
everybody in that division except for your Order Division champions, the Highland Ravens. Woo!
Huge. Honestly, what? That was like the bottom team, them and the Warriors of the pre-made teams.
Yes.
Those were the bottom two, and now
I mean, the Warriors were one of the bottom teams for me. Thank you very much.
Right.
I had them all the way up in third.
As the majority. Who else? I think one of the graphics from the casters, Mifflin maybe had him third. Maybe he had him second. He was just the only one who didn't have him in last.
Right.
Yeah, how did the Chaos side end up shaking out?
The Warriors were 10-0, undefeated, split first in the history of the Smite Pro League.
Wow, 10 years.
Woo! The Leviathans were 3-7. The Dragons were 3-7. The Gladiators were 2-8.
It was so Leviathans are, yeah. They're above their second seed. I couldn't remember who was higher, the Dragons or Leviathans, but what? Yeah, and that's crazy because the Dragons 2-1'd them the last game. I'm guessing they got 2-0'd before sometime?
They did.
Okay.
No, they got 2-1, but The plus minus
head
for
to
the
head.
Leviathans was only -6, and the Dragons were -7.
Minus much more. Oh.
Only -1 more.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah. The Glads were -12 though.
Hmm.
The
I
Ferrymen and
noticed.
Hounds were tied. They had to play a tiebreaker, and the Ferrymen won.
Yeah, they kind of rolled over them. We'll say there's not much from the Hounds that game.
One day, Ducky will not be bottom of the standings. That day.
I feel like he's not even playing bad. I don't know.
He's fine. Yeah, no, it's not his
Especially
fault.
for-
His team is technically bottom of the standings if you go by division.
Right, and I mean they're playing better than
Right. I mean, I
half
don't
the
think it's
teams.
anybody's fault on that team. All of them are playing really well, I feel like.
And what they're all like rookies, and
Yeah.
besides Ducky and Benny.
Yep. And Benny's only second year.
Is this his second year?
Yeah.
This Ducky's. How long's Ducky been in the league?
Fucking like since season 1 or some shit. Since
Oh,
season
really?
3.
Did not know he's been here that long.
Yep, he is a veteran's
Old.
veteran.
He really hasn't like won anything though. Huh.
Nope.
He's been at the bottom of.
I believe he has more wins this season than in any other season in his career. And it's phase 1.
That's not. I mean, good start.
Yeah, no, he's doing well. Unfortunately,
awesome.
as much as I love the Hounds, I would assume they're probably gonna fall off because I expect the Levi's and Dragons to start to bounce back.
Right.
At least the Levi's.
I feel like they're kind of at a. They can get better. I think they're all playing very well at this point. It's like, yeah, Leviathans and Dragons are playing bad for the Kings.
Right.
So once they start playing,
we talked about it in the game with the Dragons versus Levi's.
yeah.
We were both like, "Bro, what are we watching? This looks like two amateur
It's bad.
teams. They did not look like pro league teams playing against each other."
Yeah, there was like 3 different games going on at once there.
And we're not talking about like in terms of like the skill level of the players. They just seem like so like unorganized and uncoordinated as a team for both teams.
Uncoordinated for sure.
But like the Gladiators are, they look like a really bad SPL team. The Leviathans and Dragons, the way they're playing, they look like an amateur team.
Yeah, that last game definitely. I'm surprised, and that's why I'm surprised that people are thinking the Leviathans are going to do anything in this tournament coming up.
Well, I mean, all it takes is for them to put 2 and 2 together, and
I guess, but I mean they haven't yet.
Yeah.
So what's going to change that?
If they do, they gotta be one of the favorites to be the best teams in the league. You know.
Yeah.
Shinto adapting, fine, okay. Zapman when he's on is really good. Wrong you.
Well, I think I was looking. Zapman has like the highest total. I know he's got like the highest damage for a carry. He's also up there for highest just total damage. Not counting your mid laners. He might be the highest, not counting mid laners, but
Vote
just can't
higher.
convert. Vote is?
Yeah. The 2 carries with the worst KDs in the league.
I think. Wait, how many have the Dragons played the most games, or is 25? Yeah, 25 is the most.
Yes.
And then, Gladiators with only 22. They've been playing a lot less games. That's only 2 less.
I mean, Ferryman only had 22 games as well.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't even see that.
Yep.
That's a lot of
2-0-2. Like
2
3 teams had 25 as well. It was the Dragons, Warriors, and Ravens all had 25.
Yeah. More fantasy points, though, right? More games.
Yeah. I'll take
That's why
it.
I'll blame that on why I'm losing. My team's
I got a Warrior and 2 Dragons, so I'll take it.
Huh? I mean, you want to get into this? Is it
Get it,
time? Do you have
get
anything
into the all league teams, speeding through.
speeding through? I mean, I don't have anything. I don't.
So I don't think I really
Anything.
remember enough to go over this
Right.
too much.
I'm looking through. Things just look bad.
Congrats to the Ravens. I remember when they beat the Ferryman, I was doing the math and I was like, oh, the winner of Kings Ravens now wins the division no matter what happens the rest of the week.
I mean, the Kings had to lose to the Hounds.
No, even if the Kings
Oh,
beat the
really?
Hounds, I'm pretty sure the
Oh, because
Ravens.
they would have also been. It would have been a 6
Right, they both would have
versus 6
been
and 4.
6-4.
And so whoever won the head to head.
Right.
Cool.
Well, no, the
Okay.
Ravens ended up 7-3. So if they win both, they're 7-3, and the Kings are 6-4. And if the Kings win both, they're 7-3, and the Ravens are 6-4.
Okay. So yeah, they just had to.
But the Kings
It
would
really
have
did
had
come
head to
down.
head if they beat the Ravens. So
That's what I. It was kind of nice that weekend because none of the standings were decided until the very last day.
right.
No, there was a close game between the Dragons and Leviathans to decide second place in Chaos.
Well,
Um,
no, it didn't. Because
oh.
Levi's were second and the Dragons won it.
If Dragons 2-0'd,
Yeah.
right, then they play a tiebreaker. I'm guessing.
Well, they would have had plus minus, I think. Wins,
I thought you
losses,
said
and head to head record. So yeah, they would have had head to head.
okay. So yeah, then the Ferryman and Hounds was for what, third place?
Yep.
Kings Ravens for first. It was exciting.
The Ferryman winning it meant that it had to go to an extra game that the Ferryman won. It's Edge. It's Edge. I'm a Ferryman hater,
No,
which we
we'll get you through this.
yeah.
You'll be cured eventually.
Yeah. I don't want to be cured. I want to hate him forever.
Sure.
Who else am I gonna hate if not the Ferryman? I like all the other teams too much.
Yeah,
Ferryman and Ravens.
it's pretty easy to hate on the Gladiators,
No, it's not. They're the underdogs.
personally. Yeah, but
Every
there's a
black
point where it's
player, and
like,
I'm not a racist, so I have to like them.
okay,
That's how that works, right?
I just ate. There's a point where you're like beyond underdogs, and it's like, okay,
Right. Yeah, no, like I like Stewart and Kiri, and I really do not care at all for Scaredy, Snoopy, and Inbound. If Kiri and Stewart left, they would be my least favorite team, probably.
right. I'm an inbound enjoyer. I
I
will
just
say
don't really care.
the Bobby Bull Riders. No, I'm trying to say, are you a Pegger or a Jake rider?
A Pager?
What were the things you can be a um the Peggers, the Jake riders, and the oh, gotta find this now. Okay.
How about instead of doing that, we just get into the all league teams?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I'll find this out eventually. You're gonna
All
learn
right.
this whether you like it or not.
So the order we're doing this in is we're starting with the carry on the second all league team. We have two all league teams. We're starting with carry, support, mid, jungle, solo, and then we're doing the same order for the first team.
Yes,
Alrighty.
let's work our way over.
Yep. So, you ready?
All right, wait, timeout.
I was about to
There's the
start the drum
sock,
roll.
there's the sock drawer, A1 Jake riders, and proud peggers.
Who's the sock drawer?
I don't know. I don't know if it's SOT drawer is an SOT drawer.
Ah, that's
It
probably it.
sounds
Because
like
the three of
SOT.
them are
And
all like
so,
close friends, right?
yeah.
Dude, I
I think
saw
they're
a
all
video
sneaky,
of
man.
SOT and Pagon together. Do you remember the thing Peloton did in the play-in tournament where he killed Scream like coming out of base?
Yes, yeah.
I saw a video of Pagon and SOT doing that together to like 4 people on the enemy team.
in a ranked game or something.
I think it was ranked, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I've seen way too many awesome Jake on her videos in support. It's ridiculous. Those guys
He's gonna
can do
pull it out in the
whatever.
SPL. You just watch.
I hope so.
I hope
Genetics
not,
said
because I want him to win.
Genetics said he's pulling out
Also, you asked which one I am, and then didn't look at my Discord picture.
Agony. Oh yeah, I knew you were a Jake writer.
Yeah.
I should have known.
My picture on Discord is now just a picture of awesome Jake's face. All right, you ready for the drum roll?
Oh yeah. You dropping the first one?
It wasn't a very good drum roll.
Oh, was I supposed to do it?
I don't know. We should have planned this better. I'm just gonna click on the thing. Bam! We have graphics. Whoa!
That's a first.
We're not just a stationary picture anymore. We have like 14 of them now.
We have a couple of stationary pictures.
Yeah! Woo! I figured out how to use OBS. Let's go! Anyways, Netrioid.
This is surely controversial, right? How he isn't number one.
I don't know.
I mean, surely that can be an argument made. People might be upset. Yeah. Here, I want to start by saying you can argue that all 5 of the Oni Warriors should be in the first team, and I think you would have a good argument there, but it's just not how this is going to go.
Yep. We decided that wouldn't be fun. And also, right. I personally don't believe it.
Yeah.
Just because the team is the best doesn't mean that each player is the best.
Right. Well,
So anyways, Netruid, the carry of the Oni Warriors. 67, 35, and 132 for 380 KDA. Only 18 unique items built.
Is fun fact. I was looking through, and I would assume that carry is one of the most rigid roles where you're building the same things over and over again. So I would assume carry would have the least amount of unique items built, and out of all the carries, Netrioid has the least.
Yes.
Normally people are sitting around 25, I think it was, 23, 25. And so he's not that much farther off, but he knows what he likes.
Right.
And so do I. But yeah, I mean, he's getting it done for his team. He looks solid all the time.
Yeah, the fun fact may not be the most tantalizing, unlike some of the others we're gonna see later, but that's because Netrioid is just like second or third best carry at everything across the board. He's just a really good player at everything.
Jack of all trades. I mean, in maybe looking at the rest of these KDAs, you're like 3.8. That's all right. But I mean, that's really high.
It is.
That's a very high KDA.
For sure.
Yeah. Compared to the rest of the people, it's like, but he's popping off and doing his stuff.
I just want everyone to know I wanted to put Stewart here, but somebody wouldn't let me.
You can't. I think it would be criminal not to have Netrioid in the top 2.
But Stewart! No, you're right. But I really wanted it to be Stewart.
I know you did. I had to make sure you couldn't be happy. That's my job here.
Just make me sad. Aww.
Yeah. So that's our number 2 carry. This next one, but arguably the most questionable.
Yep, definitely the most controversial one, I think. Figuring out support was hard, though.
Supports have been hard. I mean, the tanks just don't look the greatest right now. Especially supports, I feel like no one's really consistent.
Yes.
Super good consistent.
But of that group that ain't super consistent, this man is one of the most consistent. Bam! It's Quig! Support of the Eldritch Hounds, 1160 and 167 with a 158 KDA and 28 wards per game.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of wards.
Yes. It's like 6 higher than the second place.
Yeah, I mean, well above any other support in the game. What? Yeah, the next one's at like 22, I think. Genetics, maybe?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. He's putting up like numbers that for support still look pretty good, while having like 600 less gold than everybody else because he's buying all these wards.
Right.
I think it's 300 less if they're regular wards. So like half of a first tier item.
Right. I mean, we were talking about this last night, I think, maybe. But at some point, your wards are only up for like half of their uptime, and then you're placing new ones, and they're disappearing. I mean, are you losing value on that? Obviously
I don't
not.
think so. And that's why he's here.
Yeah, he's also. I think he's very underappreciated. Yeah,
he's the guy setting up a lot of what the Hounds have been able to do. And while they were last in their division, they were still 5th overall, and they're a team that everybody thought was going to be bottom 2.
Right, they should have been a bottom 2 team. It's a bunch of rookies.
They just about ended up top half. If they win if they win, literally, I think any game against the Ferrymen of these last 3. If they would have won any of them, they would have been 4th overall.
Top half. Right. So I mean, just unlucky. But I don't think the Hounds don't lose games because of Quig. No.
For sure.
He is not the reason they lose, but he is a major facilitator and reason that they win. So I'm happy with this pick.
Yes. Some people might be saying, well, what about genetics? And maybe you can definitely argue genetics, for being better than Quig, but genetics hasn't quite looked like genetics,
And I can say that some of the reasons that the Kings have been losing have been genetics. Some of these recent games. Yeah. So there's like clear plays where he throws.
Yep, and Quig hasn't been doing that. A little bit of a spoiler that genetics isn't the number 1, but if you have eyeballs, you already know who number 1 support is. So
if you have, that should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I guess if you have eyeballs and also pay attention to what's happening.
Here's
if you just like have eyeballs and you live in the middle of like Mongolia with no internet, you probably don't know who it is.
No. Tongue? No, that's taste. Touch, yeah. All this is if you got one of the senses, 7 wonders of the world, 6 senses, 5.
He's trying, folks.
This is also spoiler. Only rookie, the first rookie to ever make a Gank right lane all SPL team. What a guy!
Probably. Right, I was gonna say probably first of many. I feel like probably not first of many.
Yeah. We'll see how the rest.
I feel like it's probably pretty rare for rookies to be top 2 in their role, but
yeah, Quig. Keep an eye out in the mail. We'll be sending you your award.
Don't lie to him.
Okay. I'll email you.
No, he won't.
Also, he might message you on Twitter.
Okay, he might message him on Twitter. All right.
Now another. We moving on.
We're moving on.
Mid pick.
To the second team all mid.
This was a role that took what? This was probably the hardest role to choose.
For sure.
This position.
It's one of those things where it was kind of the hardest, but at the same time, it was kind of the easiest at the same time, which doesn't make any sense. There was a lot of really good mids, but then there's 2 you just look at and you had to go, it's got to be these 2.
They kind of stand out above the rest. And first one being
Big Man Tings, mid laner for the Camelot Kings. 72, 27, and 117 for 483 KDA. making him the KDA leader of the entire SPL in Phase 1.
Wow, that's impressive.
It sure is.
This guy's been playing. Despite his team not maybe being the best right
He
now.
looked amazing when his team was playing really well, and then when his team started playing like shit, he still managed to look amazing.
Yeah,
It's hard
and that's
to do.
something I think him and like Shinto the past 2 years, 3 years. It's kind of what they've been doing. Even when their team's not necessarily doing great, they're still putting up really good numbers.
Right.
I like to compare the two a lot. Maybe I shouldn't. But also what this is one of 2 players who have less than 30 deaths.
Yep.
I think. So keeping the kills as well are up there. Let me try to find out. I think he has like the second or third most kills from a mid laner. And the least amount of deaths.
He is 4th in terms of kills, but he's only a couple behind 2nd and 3rd.
Okay. Yeah, it's very, very close then. I'm spreading misinformation.
Yep. The lack of deaths more than made up for his slightly less kills than the 2 people he's a little behind, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't do damage when you're dead, right?
Yep.
That's kind of the mid laner's job.
Yeah, he was also top damage.
Oh, in the league?
Yes, at least per game.
Right. I'm sure it comes out. I mean, if it was per game, if he's top per game, then a total would be. Right. Unless they have played less games than everyone, so.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But yeah, this was very hard because, like you were saying, there's 2 people very close to him in kills. Kills aren't everything. I think KDA is really good. KDA and win-loss. Really good. What's the word? Yeah, really good ways to base this off of.
Right. It's kind of like batting average in baseball. It's not, nowadays people who are smart know what they're talking about, look at other numbers, but it's still a pretty good indicator of what's going on.
And this man's getting it done, but not as well as the other guy.
Not quite, but we'll get to him a little later.
Right. Moving on to our second team jungler.
Yeah, this one might surprise some people as well. Probably not
Think
quite
so?
as much as Quig did.
Oh
But
yeah.
I think there's going to be people who are probably thinking, a couple other people here. But
Well, I was wanting to make an argument for Oath. I mean, they already know. He's a rookie, and so Quig's the only rookie. They're clearly not Oath. But, this guy is bald though. Just jump scare warning. You haven't
that
switched
might
over
have given
yet.
it away. There might only be one ball player in the league.
Yeah, there's definitely only one bald person. Ever?
Ever to play Smite? You're not allowed to play Smite
Probably.
if you're bald? Anyways, it's
Shouldn't.
adapting.
It's
The
adapting.
first ever bald member of the Gank Lano League teams.
I hope he's not offended by this. I hope he.
I really hope he is. I would
Not
feel
gonna
bad.
Yeah.
He looks really good bald. I'll compliment him
Yes.
now. You look great bald adapting. I love it. I love the look.
I would say I wanted again. This is another one. Like if you have eyeballs, there's a clear number 1 jungler.
Yes.
So it's hard to put him above. He kind of, I wouldn't say fell off, but he wasn't popping off and hard carrying the last week like he was the weeks before. But I mean, that's what he's been doing all season long for the first.
Yep.
I say that like it's.
Yep.
5 weeks.
Jungle of the Leviathans with a 114, 59, and 101 KDA to make it a 2.79 with 79% kill participation, words are hard, and the most kills in the league.
The most kills in the league.
More than
He's the
anybody else.
kill leader. What 10 above second place?
Yep.
I think. And they played less games too. So
Yes.
impressive,
One less game.
but okay.
But yeah.
He's only the second leader in kill participation. Basically, he gets around the map and he gets stuff done. The Leviathans looked pretty bad for the beginning of the year. But he was like their shining light, you know?
Yeah. He involved in
He
everything they were doing.
made me feel like they had a chance of hope. Still, I think a lot of what they're going to do in this tournament coming up is going to have to be through him.
For sure. If they do anything, it's going to be because of him.
A very impact player. And I wasn't sure how he was going to do coming in. How many years did he have off? 2, 3?
A couple for sure, yeah. I was a big doubter. I was down on the Leviathans because I wasn't sure how adapting was going to do. I said if he's 1% worse than he used to be, then that would mean he's not SPL caliber anymore. And it turns out he ain't 1% worse than he used to be because he's still SPL caliber.
He's still got it, baby. I mean, no, I'm looking at his head. Sorry. The GOAT. I know we've had this conversation. The GOAT consideration for Smite adapting is at the top of the list.
He's Smite's Jordan.
Doing nothing but coming back and putting more of a reason why.
Yep.
He should be the GOAT.
This might be his. What would it be? 95 bowls. What year did Jordan come back?
94. They won 4,
They
5,
won
and 6.
90, 91, 92, and then he was out for 93. And then he came back in 94, but nobody counts that one because they lost. So 95 is when Jordan actually came back. I mean, he was in. Wasn't he in the tournament last year?
You know who else was bold? Michael Jordan.
Totally planned. The ball conversation was totally planned just for that part.
In fact, they're both amazing at what they do.
Yep.
Okay, who you got, LeBron or MJ?
MJ. We talked about this like last night.
Oh, yeah. I said Tim Duncan, though, I think.
Yeah, you always say Tim Duncan.
I'm a big Tim Duncan.
I don't really want to get into basketball opinions on it. It's my podcast, but I had Jordan and Curry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I do remember this. I remember this conversation now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Our GOAT.
Anyways, this next guy looks like he would be a basketball player. No, that's not a very good transition. It's also not really true. No offense, SOT. Which is who it is. Solo or troll. Oni Warrior solo laner. 81, 48, and 136 for 3.1 KDA. Highest kill solo laner by a significant margin. He had 18 kills more than second place in solo lane.
Yes. 18. 28.
Yep.
So, much more.
He was the only solo above all of the mids, jungles, and carries other than Snoopy. There was a couple solos above Snoopy. But he was the only solo to get to be above, all the other guys.
In kills.
All the damage rolls.
This is also something I feel like could very well be argued for number one.
Oh, for sure. It was tough. Honestly, figuring out which two it was going to be was pretty easy. But figuring out the order, this was the hardest one for me.
Yeah. I think I kind of just left this up to you. I was like, you figure out, because I'm biased on this, but I started out this year an SOT hater. Damn, it's true. I was in a dark place.
I started out this year as a Panathon hater, so
and
they've
look
all
at where we
changed
are
over the
now.
course of a couple months.
This guy is mechanically raw. It makes me foam at the mouth watching him. Call me the Egyptian pyramids the way I'm bricked up out of nowhere, baby.
What
When
the
I'm
fuck?
watching this guy.
Don't even make any sense.
Where'd they come from, man? Oh, where? Same. Billions. Um, Back on track. Dude is raw. Plays very well. I mean, it looks like he's just a custom game half the time.
Yeah,
He's out here flipping people off, getting double kills.
that's the picture we should have used for this.
I know, man. I could not find a decent resolution picture.
I know it's the image of it's so low res, but it's so funny.
Yeah, this guy is nuts right here. I would looking if anyone if you had to have a sixth man on that first team, it's probably SOT. Put him as your mid laner as well. What?
Yeah, just play him in mid lane. Mid laner troll.
Is he gonna have to change his name if he switches?
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know how that works. I don't think he
Good.
wants to switch though, even though he can do all the weird off-roll
Well,
stuff that he does.
in
I've heard he enjoys playing like the regular solo stuff the most.
in in between seasons, he said he was playing mid, and he wanted to play mid for this team, but then they got Pagon. Pagon asked him to join. I don't know how it went. So he's like, "Well, I guess I won't play mid for another season."
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough. Point is, he's a beast. So is the whole team.
Yep.
And so is the whole All SPL second team, which is on the screen now.
Let's go. Okay. I was
Part of the
about this.
reason I have to narrate the things that are on the screen is so that John knows what's going on, because he can't see it.
I was born blind. That's not true. You probably can't joke about that, huh? I can see. Just
You
not very well.
shouldn't, but that was fucking funny.
Sorry if that offended anyone. Truly.
Well, Netroid, BMT, SOT, Quig, and adapting.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for you if you couldn't see all these sexy faces on the screen right
I
now.
know, it's Sam.
One of these things is not like the other.
Wait, who are you talking about? Hold on.
Oh, I think you can.
Isn't the only bald guy?
Oh, the Canadian.
I don't know which one's Canadian.
Quig. Also, Quig's
Yeah,
not
that
back
makes
this weekend. Still in Canada.
He's still in
He's not going to be
Canadian?
back for the tournament. Yep.
He's going to be playing off land?
Him, Snoopy, and Coast are all on land. I think those should be the only ones at this point, though.
Yes. So Dardez made it to the States then?
Yes.
Sweet.
France.
And I think there was another one I'm not remembering right now as well who wasn't.
Snoop. Oh, wait, I said Snoopy.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm sure they're in town now.
Scary D was, but now he's
right.
He's back as
him I knew about, though.
Right.
All right. Anyways, the carry for the All SPL first team.
Okay.
This is the big one. This is the best player in each role, and that means this is the best carry of Phase 1.
Best of the best.
The best of the best. The best Smite player in carry in the world.
According to us.
Yeah, according to us. And also for this split of the SPL, which only has 8 carries in it.
Yeah, but if you disagree, you're wrong.
So. Yes, according to us, but also if you disagree, you're wrong. You're going to die. That's how that works.
Okay.
It's your core. Carry of the Camelot King, 76, 34, and 120 with a 4 KDA on the dot with 12 multi-kills on the split.
The two-time for the two-time. World's MVP. Probably could have been World's MVP last year as well. He's not slowing down.
He's so good.
He really,
This man used to be a solo laner.
right. A year ago, what he was he a support a year ago, or he was still solo laner a year ago?
I'm pretty sure he was a solo laner for the Levi's a year ago.
Within the past year, he's gone through 3 different roles.
I didn't know he was support at any point in the last year. That's crazy.
He played support for like 2 weeks on the Scarabs, and he was on the Scarabs, so they kind of got shit on. But
yeah, they also had their best player in support.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The most talented player in the league, arguably, was playing support for. Which I've heard from what a lot of people say, he's very vocal. He leads the team. He's a shot caller. And I mean, I can see that for anyway. He's carry now. He's kicking ass. Started to play carry a lot recently, and it's because of this guy. He makes it look so much fun.
Yeah, I really wish that didn't happen. Because when John plays jungle, we just win. And then he tries to do other shit, and we lose.
Oh.
I mean, sometimes.
Put that on me, man.
I mean, it's not on you. It's just a weird coincidence.
Still out here dropping 20 kills a game.
Yeah, but you're not showing up in my solo lane.
You're right.
I
need to work on that.
I was about to call it Yang, but I'm not going to do that because that's mean. I was going to say we have Yang building Heartseeker and then not ganking the only tank.
It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. I'll get over it. It's okay.
You'll bring it back. Maybe you just need to stop getting soloed so much.
All right. I see how it is. Fuck you.
I'm kidding. Okay, but Yark, I think 12 multi-kills is the most of any hunter. Almost, I think there's one person who has more multi-kills than him. In general.
He also had the most cult kills of any carry, period.
The games the Kings are losing, he looks good. He's the reason they hold on for as long as they do sometimes.
Yep, he and BMT.
Yeah. I think there was
sometimes genetics.
Full multi-kills. Yeah, there a handful of the junglers have more than he does.
Yeah.
What was I? There was one play. I think there was 4 people on FG, and Yarkor comes up, takes FG, and then gets a triple kill. And spared the other guy's life. He's an animal, man. I don't know. I guess you just point, you aim, and then click, right? That's how you play carry?
That seems like what you've been doing.
So maybe it's easier. Easier than it looks, but...
I mean, you've been saying that you can't shot call when you're playing carry. So...
It's a lot.
Too much of my brain power is being used to hit things right now.
Right, that... And I just feel so far out of everything.
Right. I've been trying to shot call a little bit more when he's been playing carry. But it's hard because I'm not used to being the shot caller.
Yeah, whatever you guys do, it doesn't bother me. It'll be level 20 by 15 minutes anyway.
You're so good at the game, John. Stop it.
No. Wish.
Stop winning his games by yourself so I can have some credit.
I would be on the SPL first team if I was good at the game. If I was that good.
Yeah. I'll just rip Yarkor off of here real quick and put a picture of you up.
Yeah, we can do that.
Anyways, next up. Probably the best player in the league.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
In your opinion? You think the same?
There's a reason I made him my face on Discord.
Okay.
It's Awesome Jake, 408 of the Oni Warriors. 27, 47, and 235. 307 KDA as a support. The GOAT!
A GOAT.
Might be a little quick to be calling him the GOAT, but
yeah, for the phase.
40 assists more than any other player in the entire league.
Yeah, the Oni Warriors have been killing more, and he's been facilitating it.
Yep.
And this guy is
7 more kills than any other support in the entire league.
He's always underperformed. He not.
His
I don't know
teams
about
certainly have.
His teams have. He hasn't looked the best, but now I don't know what got into him. He came online. New team.
You gotta think that's gotta be a lot of it, right?
Yeah,
all those guys just needed to change the scenery a little bit.
Yeah, it worked out.
A lot of the players he was playing with before look way better than they did, and they weren't even that bad before.
Right.
That Bulls team was good, and now they all look like some of the best players in the league individually.
Yeah, maybe that they had the best players, but they couldn't put it together.
And the Warriors have put it together. They all look awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
What's the next highest KDA for supports? Like it's 2.2.
Yeah.
Almost an entire whole number behind.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how awesome Jake has been.
He's well and above every other supporter in the league. And I think there's even some of these other first team players don't like. I would take him over them every single day on my team.
Yeah, couldn't even tie his shoes. How good he's been playing. Genuinely, might be the best phase we've ever seen from a player.
Probably. I don't know.
Yes, I mean I haven't watched every phase of the SPL ever, but
someone fact check that. But
I'm sure there's probably a phase where adapting with like 250 and 8 or something.
They change this stuff so much though. I don't even know if they used to have phases.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's from the what's it called? Whenever they did the team branding on their own from this era, definitely. I mean,
right? Yeah, the best play or the best phase from a player since they did the team branding thing, because that's when we started watching. You more so than me, but
maybe was really good last end of phase 3 last year.
Yeah, playoffs. But it wasn't this good.
No. I think his team is performing much better around him as well.
It's wild.
Well, enough Jake riding.
Yeah.
This is my sleeper pick, dude. I said at the beginning in like episode 2 that we need to watch out for this guy. And look who's at the top, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me.
It's Venenu of the Highland Ravens. 83, 38, and 111 with a 3.64 KDA. I can read. Highest kills of any non-jungle in the league with 83. The next highest non-jungle was SOT at 78.
I think it says for him to be up that high, I think it says a lot more than what you can comprehend for it. Like that doesn't seem like that high of a number.
Right.
But he's the only
he's one of only 4 players to break 80, and the other 3 were junglers.
The top 7 6 of the top 7 kill leaders are junglers, and then there is Anu at 4th. So, yeah, it's a jungle meta. This guy's figuring it out, and honestly, I think it's because he plays a lot like I don't know if a lot like a jungle, but he rotates
Right.
a lot. I mean, this guy is never standing still. He's always exactly where he needs to be.
Right.
He's the only one playing weird picks. And what? He's the only Zeus player right now.
And it's working.
I think he has like an 11 KDA on Zeus. I mean, something stupid for sure. But yeah, this guy is fun to watch, especially when he's hot. He's on. I mean, he just looks unstoppable. So hard to kill. I think that's a lot of his team as well. Is playing very well around him. Yeah, he has an 11 KDA on Zeus.
Ridiculous. Almost as good as that man's KDA against the Gladiators.
He's 4-0 on Zeus as well. Someone ban that. Ban it. Yeah, is this real? So yeah, I was just so. He's been one of my favorite players for so long. I think I might have a little bias putting him up this high. But I mean, obviously you agreed.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of people would that this guy is having a standout year. I believe he was a finals MVP. There's a point. Is he returning to his former self?
I have no idea. Here's what I do know is that he's playing very well. And I feel like every time I watch the Ravens, he was popping off.
Yeah, I mean, part of it pisses me off too, just because of fantasy points.
Right.
But I mean, he has had a lot of deathless games as well. I don't know what the stat is on that, but it's got to be really high.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll take this to address that Panatom or Pagon is not on the list.
And neither is Paul.
Neither is Paul. Yeah, that's why this was the hardest to decide the top between those four. Those four are all very close in stats and gameplay. I think it was I was definitely wanting I think I kind of was leaning more toward Pagon than MT in this regard. But the stats don't lie.
Right.
Yeah. It's easy to be overshadowed by other people on your team, and you don't have to play. You don't have to pop off every game. Pagon isn't required to drop 1,000,000 kills every game.
Right. And Benenu is a little bit more so.
Benenu is, yeah. This guy has to do what he's doing, or else his team's not winning.
Like we saw when his team wasn't winning for those 3 games they didn't win.
Right, exactly. Pagon, I think, could do exactly this, but he doesn't need to.
Right.
So he just
focuses on the shot calling.
Right. Intangibles.
Yep. He also has Pagon does have the most goal per minute in the entire league.
Impressive.
Yes.
He can farm. Someone once asked me, are you more far right or far left? I said, I am farming the map. To get out of here with the political stuff. All about this gold per minute.
You're funny. Anybody ever tell you that? No. All right. Anyways, first team all league jungle.
Tell me again. I want to hear it. This is pretty obvious, right?
Yes.
Right. Surely.
Had an absolutely insane split.
Electrifying, if you will.
Yes. Like The Rock, who was bald, because it's adapting again. No, I'm kidding.
Imagine. Part 2.
Adapting, part 2. Adapting. I clicked on adapting again. Aha!
Like.
Kidding. It is Panatom, Jungle of the Oni Warriors. 104.45 and 166 with a 416 KDA. That was the least deaths of any jungler by quite a distance. I
But
believe it's, let's see here, about 14 less than the other jungler.
well, adapting has the second least, so
Yes,
do that math. Can't.
it's 14. Yep,
He
only
looks like such a nice guy,
one
man.
of, one of only he does. One of only two guys have over 100 kills
Yes.
in the
Yep.
league.
Second.
He looks like a nice guy, but he's a murderer. He's killed over 100
Yeah.
people.
He's insane. Yeah, this guy's a psychopath. It's a very
Assists.
It kind of reminds me of my grandma. Not just the smile. Very warming,
Right.
comforting.
Yep. All SPL first team jungler, John's grandma.
My grandma. That would be impressive.
You know what would be hilarious?
What?
If a bunch of us all got our families to play Smite against each other.
That would not be.
It would be
actually
funny.
That would be kind of funny.
My family versus your family in Smite.
Oh, that would work too, right?
Yeah. We'd have to not let Riley play, but she's in her teenage years. She's not gonna want to play anyways.
You got 2 sisters?
I have 3 sisters.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's 2 or 4. But that's why I just need to remember it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. You have 3 plus you, and then parents.
Yes, and I'm around the same age as you. My oldest sister's around the same age as your oldest sister. My youngest sister's the same age as your youngest sister.
Yep. Yeah.
We just got an extra one we got to get rid of.
You can decide. Yeah, you can decide who sits it out. What role are you taking in that matchup?
Dude, I don't know. That's the problem.
Truly jungle, right?
I think it would have to be jungle.
You would have to.
Because I'd have to try to carry from jungle. But the problem is, I know if I do that, my team's going to get out jungled. Because you're going to be the jungle on the other team.
Well, we'll have to set that up sometime. Then
There's
maybe
no way anybody in my family would ever want to do that.
I just couldn't. I don't have enough consoles.
I mean, that's true as
I
well.
don't have enough means of playing.
It'd be funny if we did, though.
That would be. We should do like our in group. We take our parents and then have them just 5-man queue, an assault game or something.
That would be good content for YouTube.
That would be decent. No one would have any clue what's going on.
Yeah. For like Father's Day or something, we 2v2.
No, that's a good idea.
It is.
We might set that up because we can make that happen for sure.
My dad hates playing multiplayer games like with a passion.
My dad doesn't. I don't think my dad. He doesn't know the difference between most of the buttons on the controller.
All right, my dad's got the advantage there then.
Father diff.
Yeah.
I got dad diffed this last game. Damn it! I hate it when that happens.
I don't know why Father Tiff is so funny. All right, we've spent like the last 10 minutes talking about playing Smite with our dads and not Panatom.
I wish Panatom was my dad.
I don't. I like my dad, but if it couldn't be my dad, I'd want it to be Panatom.
He's a close second.
Yeah, mostly just because of the smile.
Right. He looks like he's encouraging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just talking about how good of a dad Panatom would be.
I wonder if
he's really good at the Smite game.
Yeah, he's very good at Smite. He makes everyone else look like his children. We can do that. We can say that. Babies everywhere.
Yes.
Arguably, I would say could be MVP.
If it wasn't for Awesome Jake.
Right. I still think
he's goated. All right. Last up.
This one, I think.
The solo laner for the All SPL first team.
Just gonna piss people off.
No,
Really?
surely not. I feel like this one's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
I think this is one of my top two. Yeah. Did it? We have
Haddix of the Highland Ravens.
that
50,
guy.
29, and 141 with a 416 KDA. Only 1.16 deaths per game. Sheesh!
Wow.
I
What? A
tried to do the
25
sheesh
game?
thing where you put your fingers on your wrist even though nobody could see it, and I fucking missed. So that's
That's
how
impressive.
coordinated I am. That is why I'm
Oh,
not in the SPL.
good thing we don't have. I was gonna say dash cams, but face cams
Right.
need.
Yeah, no, I couldn't be shirtless for this pod if we did.
Well, I got the suit on and everything, man.
I'm shirtless in
Right.
shorts.
Okay. Well, we had very two different approaches for this. If we could do one, we get a dash cam and put it inside a car, and then we sit out front of the car.
We're coming up with all sorts of ideas.
No, this is great. I'm loving this. Okay, Haddix
Yes, Haddix.
doesn't die is what we're gathering
Yes.
from this.
He tanks insane amounts of damage without dying as well.
It's not like he's just sitting back.
Right.
You know? He's not
I think
like playing
this
his
was
life.
before the last week of the phase, but there was a stat that was like Haddix is averaging like 55k damage mitigated per death, and second place in the entire league is 40k.
Well, 15
Yeah, so there's a 15k
above.
difference, which is why I have him over SOT. As much as SOT is popping off in terms of the damage and getting kills and stuff, Haddix is playing solo lane like solo lane and doing it way better than anybody else.
Yeah, we like to see that.
Especially
He's
in a meta where solo lane is so not good. Having somebody who makes it still look good, like Haddix has done, is very
right.
impressive.
It's a lot of people, or I don't know, a lot of people, in general. But he's like, there's nothing special about not dying, but when he's putting up the stats that he is, while not dying, the dude's a menace on the Hercules, 5-1.
You could have
He has
stopped that. Dude's a menace, period.
he's undying on Horus in 2 games. I mean, it's you'll see every now and then a couple teams get shut out or have like very few kills, but I mean, most of these games are blood baths, And for him to be doing what he's doing, putting pressure on the back line, protecting his own back line.
Right. Yeah, no, Ravens have like some of the longest games in the league.
Yeah. Really like what I'm seeing from him. Obviously part of the reason why the Ravens are as on top as they are.
For sure.
I do want to see them face off against the Warriors, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, it could be good.
All right. You gonna hit me with the overall picture? This is what the guys look like. Why does Yarkor look like he's on the Ravens? I don't know. He's not.
Does.
I
They do
think
really look like the top three are all on the same team, though.
I think that's a Scarabs jersey from last year.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it
sure.
is.
Or are they blue?
I don't know. It'd have to be, though, right? I think it's like a green, and it's just like the lighting makes it look blue or something.
But we are. No one's really smiling in here except for my guy.
Except for our dad.
We can go with that. Yeah, Panatom, you'll also be getting a message on Twitter, maybe. So we'll see about that. Yeah, that's our first ever phase. Debate in the comment section. Like, subscribe, hit that follow button. Tell us your thoughts. Anything else you need to add in there for the
Not for the
finish
all
the
league team.
right,
But we still
not
got
for
to do our
teams?
predictions for the Path to
Oh
Masters
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah we do.
We ain't done yet. Don't worry.
No, okay.
We ain't
Tell
making
me
the
right now
gank
though.
right lane pun quite yet.
You're putting these two teams, the first team and the second team, against each other. A smite match. Clearly, the first team's winning this, right?
Yeah, that's why we put the players in the
First
first
team's
team.
winning this. Okay, put them in a boxing ring.
Okay, I was not ready for that. Hold
All
on.
of them. Five on five. Fight.
5-on-5 boxing ring?
It's a fight. UFC rules.
Okay. I mean, Yarkor squishes Netroid.
Age match. Okay. I think
So
adapting looks
first
like
team has the advantage at
a
carry.
stone cold killer.
Adapting do be looking like a monk. So I think I
Dude,
do as much. But Pantom got that dad strength, though.
probably. Yeah. Um,
Quig would be too
addict
polite
or
to
not?
fight anybody because he's Canadian.
Nanu, I've seen his he posts like gym pictures before every game.
Okay, so he's jacked.
He's been in the gym. Yeah, dude's got some muscles on him. Um,
So you got him over
it's,
BNT. I do think SOT probably has Haddix, though.
oh yeah.
But I mean, even with that, I gave like the
Individual
other four to the
matchups.
first team. So I think I got to go with the first team.
Yeah,
I don't know.
give me
Jungle's
first
a
team.
toss up. Adapting
Or
is a
winning
monk from the mountains of China, but
Nepal.
Panatom has that dad strength. So
Yeah, got that data. On. Yeah, I think it's really up to whichever jungle pops off the most. Whoever can beat the most ass.
just like Smite right now.
All right. Prediction time. Right.
Yep, prediction
Let's find
time.
this image since they make them so hard to find.
It's somewhere in
Um,
the Discord chat between us.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, I had to
All right.
scroll up a little bit, but
I
it
am
is there.
I'm writing these down. So
Okay.
a winner. Um, I'll like maybe $5 or something. that's the best I got, if I'm being honest. Okay.
All right. Match one: Ferryman Gladiators.
Come on now, give me Ferryman.
Yeah, as
I
much
don't
as
think
I
that
don't
one's gonna
want
be.
that to be the case, I'll give you the Ferryman. It is tournament time.
They've been looking good, man. Can't even lie.
Can't even lie.
Paul has.
Until they ran into the
Um,
Ravens. Then they looked like shit.
right.
They got fucked on by the Ravens.
Yeah. Okay, who you got? Who do you have there? Ferryman, Gladiators.
Ferryman,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
All right, Glads.
And then, yeah, I mean, there's just not. Maybe. I, I'm gonna save it for the losers bracket. They're gonna do something there. Dragons, Hounds. You thinking?
The Hounds.
Hounds.
Hounds, baby.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. The Dragons haven't showed me that they are going to improve anytime soon. So, no reason to. Ooh, rumbly tumbly. You hear that?
I did not.
My ass. No, I'm kidding. Um, okay, so that's gonna bring us to Leviathan's Ferryman.
Who am I seeing in the mind's eye? Who am I
All
seeing?
right, give me an insight.
Oh, picture of a waffle just popped up from my mind's eye, so this isn't really helping much.
So Hunter has Sino on his team.
That's
Ferryman.
true.
I'm going Ferryman. Give him to me.
Is that what the mind's eye is telling me? God, I'm such a ferryman hater.
I know you are.
I gotta shake these allegations of being a ferryman hater. So I think I might have to go ferryman just to shake the allegations.
I think honestly the Leviathans match up really well in the Ferryman.
I do as well, but they lost last time they played them. So
Right. If they can play decent, I think they'll win that. But
right.
so you're taking Ferryman here?
I'm taking ferryman. I gotta shake the allegations.
Get him off. Hounds Kings.
Hounds, kings. Give me the hounds. Kings are washed.
See, I want to agree. I'm going Kings just to be different. I think that's a hard one for me to pick. But come on now.
Right.
Maybe they'll figure it out in tournament time. Maybe not. Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on in this losers bracket. I don't understand it.
So right now you have a loser of match one. So you would
No,
have
I
the
mean like it has like in the first ones it's like loser of match 4 and loser of match 1, right? And then loser of matches 3 and 2. And then in the second one that it says it decides the third and fourth seeds, which would mean you would assume it'd be the winners of those matches, but then it says the loser.
Yeah, I think that's just a mistake there.
That's also what I'm thinking. So it's the winner of those matches. All right. So are we doing Levi or winner of Ferryman Hounds?
Okay, so you have Ferryman Hounds. Mine's gonna
Yes.
be a little different.
You're gonna have Ferryman Kings.
So I would have Glads. Okay. Who you got? Ferryman Hounds win it all.
They just lost to him 3 times in a row. But I think they're gonna bounce back. Give me the Hounds.
Okay, we're running it back.
I'm a Ferryman hater. Last time they
Okay.
faced him in the tournament, they beat him though.
I
They're still
have
4-3 against him on the year.
Okay, so the winner just automatically gets second place, or the loser of this match or just automatically gets
Yes,
second.
if
They
I
don't
am
fall.
understanding the bracket correctly.
I'm taking Ferryman over Kings here. Kings getting second. So now you have Gladiators Kings.
Kings. Sorry, Glads.
Okay, and
But
then
the Kings
Dragons
are gonna want their
Leviathan.
revenge. If the Kings don't win a single game in this tournament, somebody's leaving.
Yeah, someone's out.
Probably Variety, maybe Twig, maybe both.
I can definitely see that. Dragons Leviathans.
What was it?
Dragons Leviathans.
Oh, Final K versus PBM.
Taking her.
Universe loves this matchup. Give me Leviathans.
All right.
It's kind of a toss-up, to be honest, but
And then yeah, it really is. All of their games have been Leviathans Kings.
Leviathans Kings. Levi's.
All right.
What do you got going on?
I had Glad's Hounds. I'm going Hounds. I don't think the Glads are really going to put up anything anytime soon. Dragons Leviathans. I think you got to pick the Leviathans there. I know the Dragons just beat them, but I should just beat them. We'll see. I do think that that's a Leviathans game though, and that gives me Leviathans Hounds, and I'm taking the Hounds. So, but I have Ferryman, Kings, Hounds, and then Leviathans, and then you have Hounds.
Yeah, we both have
Ferryman.
Dragons Glads having to play in, right?
Which they are the two worst teams right now.
I didn't think
We'll
about
see.
this until right now. Do we want to do our power rankings?
I don't know if I've got time for that right now,
Okay.
but I mean, it's all pretty straightforward.
Right.
I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'll just say teams real quick. I
Yeah,
have
hit me.
Warriors 1, Ravens 2, Berryman 3, Hounds 4, Kings 5, Levi's 6, Dragons 7, Glad's 8. That's mine.
Yeah, I think that's mine.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what this. It got easy after week 5 there.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
simplified
the only
itself.
one I think you're realistically going to argue right now is maybe the Kings should be lower because their loss streak is so bad. And then maybe you put the Dragons above the Levi's because they just beat them. Those are
Right.
the only really two changes you can really even talk about right now.
Yeah. I just didn't think there wasn't much good in that to begin with. And so just because one of them won, I don't think it
Right.
impacted that for me that much.
Right. Alrighty.
So, you know what they say.
What do they say, John?
Tell me, Alex.
Fuck.
Come on.
uh, what do they
Give me something
say
good here.
about the Osiris when he was playing in the jungle?
The Ymir solo?
Yeah, what they say about the Osiris when he was playing jungle and there was the Ymir solo?
What did they say about him?
They were saying that he should gank right lane.